that's the clear tier list.
There you go.
Well, here's the question then, right? Is like, Twitch. Oh,
Okay.
really?
They banned Lucian, pick Twitch.
This makes no sense to me, actually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right. You're right. I forgot about the Lucian ban. You're right. That does make sense. I take it back. I think that's actually a pretty good play by Lublin Shore.
Mockler's actually played Twitch 5 times out of his 7 games.
Yeah.
He's played, actually, out of his 8 games at this point. Because he played Kog'Maw and Lucian twice.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so this makes sense. I'm surprised then to see the Jax banned just because G2 knew there was a pinch on the top 80 carries, and then they removed the pinch on the top laners. So I want to see what this pick rate is. Okay, Morton goes back to his favorite champion of Lee Sin. They do get the Braum here, so okay, you know what? I buy that. That's pretty all right.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. They want to go ahead and take that away from Kikis, make sure he doesn't have Lee Sin. It's their most played across both of them. And since they aren't going to synergize at least with Morgana, just go ahead and pick Braum.
All right, been pretty decent in this one.
He also does really well against Twitch. Braum does really well against Twitch.
Yeah, easy to lock that guy down.
Yeah, and his Unbreakable against Rat-Tat-Tat is unbelievable.
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely it is. Well, you know what? One ban that didn't go through from G2 last time is Yasuo, so we get this now for Lublin Shore. You still get the Thresh on top of that one, so you've got ways to set up the Yasuo. You've got a whole bunch of damage in this lineup, and it's like, all right, it's time to set up this Yasuo, man.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen Take Fun play Yasuo yet in the Challenger Series, so I'm really excited for this. Yasuo is one of my favorite champions, so whenever I see it, I'm like hyper-judging the person. I'm like, how well can you play this?
How good is your dash?
Yeah, how good is your dash management? Because you the long cooldown between you can use the time you use it on one person, you can't use it on them again.
True.
So what is it like? And I'm sure that Take Fun has really high mechanics with this, so I'm excited.
I'm ready. It's gonna be all kinds of great. Yeah, so one of the most fun champions to cast. We're gonna see him flow back and forth across the map.
And you can revolve an entire team comp around him.
Oh, you can.
And it's very helpful for him. We saw it yesterday with Niantanso's team, Frank Fan Gaming, where they kept trying to set him up in the top lane. And now I actually like this, where they're going to take Lulu away, because that means you can't get it onto Kuban top lane. It's the second most played behind Aurelia, and you don't get it to synergize with Yasuo.
Yeah, great choice here. I'm actually surprised they didn't grab the Lulu on their first, or their second round picks for Lublin Shore. They grabbed Thresh with no contest, so they are actually saying, you know what, let's go for counter picks here. We're not going to rush pick the Lulu. It doesn't matter to us, apparently. Shyvana still works in this case, for example.
Here's the thing, though. It could be a Lulu for Ocelot.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how when he's a facilitator of his team, he lost his last 2 Lulu games.
Right.
And Nidalee was open, and he's not going to play that. Because, of course...
Unless JWoww goes for it.
Because Yasuo is the hard lane counter to Nidalee. So they picked that for Take Fun to basically dissuade Ocelot from playing that.
That makes sense. I understand that pickup here. So Ocelot going to make his last few choices suit. I think these are the lock-ins here for Lublin Shore. Eve makes a bunch of sense here. I think Shyvana is the obvious pick in this case. You do have set up for Yasuo. He was good on it last time around, so why not reprieve that? Really?
Okay.
So I know Kuban plays a lot of top lane carries like Yasuo, to be honest. Like this actually works with a champion, with a player as well. So okay, cool. I like
that.
I like this too. I like the adaptation that's available here, but it also means that you know you're not facing mid lane Yasuo. I don't know. I feel like Nidalee here is really risky, just because there's enough ways in that you can break apart the siege. I feel like there's enough engaged for Lublin Shore that Nidalee's a really big risk.
You have a lot of thinking to do here for Gamers too, because when you're up against a Yasuo top,
so Renekton would beat him up 1v1.
Yes, Renekton would beat him up, but your scaling would be very poor. The Lulu against Yasuo does really well in the top lane. Lulu's going to be an early game bully, and they are going to go for it. So there's that does play to their strengths, though. I do like that because that's more of a Gamers2 winning strategy, is to have Ocelot not on Lulu, but on Nidalee or Ziggs or something along those lines. So I do like that in terms of their play style. In terms of the composition, though, it's a lot of poke.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just poke.
That's a lot of more poke on top of that.
It is poke
pretty much what
poke.
it is. There is no wombo combo here, which Lublin Shore, I said that they win when they use wombo combo teams. Twitch, Orianna, Evelynn, Yasuo. There's a huge wombo combo in here for Lublin Shore. They're playing to their strength. Gamers2 are playing to their strength right now. This is a really exciting match right now because everybody got pretty much what they would want in terms of style.
And I like games like this where you're like, we have this very clear objective A, and if it fails, we're done. This guy's like, we have very clear objective B, and if it fails, we're also done. And it's like, all right, how good are you at kiting away from this one? You've got so many ways to kite around. You have Braum ulti, you have Lee Sin kick, you've got Lulu's beating people up, you've got Flame Chompers. I mean, it's going to be fun. Like, I don't get to see matchups that are this cut and dry very often, so I like it when they're really obvious. It's just like,
and it's really good on both teams to recognize what their strengths are, because these are the types of compositions they both ran when they got their victory in the semifinals, but ultimately ended up losing 2-1. But that one game they clinched against H2K and NIP.
Teams in the finals.
Yeah. It was really, really potent teams that are in the finals in London right now. They played compositions like this. So now they're going all out, no holds bar, going for that third place.
It's going to be fun to watch, guys. We're about to get ourselves into the game, and here we go. Gamers2 up 1-0 in this series. Ocelot's Nidalee back on the Rift. Did not garner a ban in Game 1.
If he ends up having a great game with Poke and Gamers2 take this, he'll probably jump in his jacuzzi after this.
Yep. Put on one of his 25 scarves.
Yeah. All of them at the same time. All 25.
Just because you can, man. It's how you celebrate when you're Ocelot.
So I think he has more than 25, right?
I forget how many he said in the house tour. I thought it. What? Ooh.
Wow. That was blind. It's always blind because he's Lee Sin. Okay, I beat you to it, Freak. No, I know what you were gonna do.
I missed it. Sonar's not ready for Morden this time.
And now just the defensive line coming out here for Gamers2 is actually really good, because both teams actually have pretty weak early game if they were to all 5v5 each other. Kind of just be a tickle fight. Nidalee's early game, not that great here, level 1. Jinx, pretty much the same boat. Braum does have a good level 1. So does Thresh.
Potentially 5 stuns.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know if you'd stay alive for that long.
But you just got to punch each one once. Q1, punch another, punch another.
Yeah.
Let your team sort it out from there.
I was just informed Ocelot has over 50 scarves.
Over 50. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he only puts the colorful ones on display. He's a bunch of like monochrome ones like in a drawer that are like aren't prominently displayed. That guy's room is gigantic. He has like 4 closets.
Yeah, I could never pull off a scarf.
You can. You just like you grab one end and like unflex your arm.
Wow.
It's really easy to pull scarves off.
Really? I just end up choking myself. I must be doing something wrong.
Yes.
I'm tying it different than you think.
Yeah, apparently so. Morden actually, the Q hits one of the smaller little mini wannabe golem friends, so he's going to actually have a slightly slower clear rate here. Kikis actually will be able to steal away the red buff on the other side of the map, and with Morden's slow clear, there's a real chance that we see Kikis get away with a 3-buff start.
And also the fact that it's Evelynn, he bypassed all the wards. Wasn't seen coming in there. Morden would have to use like Super Spidey Sense or try to counter Kikis at his red.
Yeah, he's not, and Gamers2 is the funny thing. Gamers2 are actually pushing the lead in this bottom lane right here. There's a real chance to get in this one. We're seeing Evelynn actually waiting around in the mid lane as well. And look for some damage. Also, will lose like 60 health.
He's going to show that he has red too.
Yeah, he shows the steal attempt. Now, the real question is now how good is the bottom lane? Because whichever duo pushes up has the chance to support this red buff. And it's going to be Mockler and Living with it. Actually goes in. Dude looking for what he can. The stun almost there. Slow on the Mockler. Can they find anyone?
Oh, he gets the stun.
All right, but no follow-up there.
Libik gets chunked down from that. And this bottom lane, last time it was the deciding factor throughout it. And Morden, he's going to go for blue.
But look at this. So smart right there. We're having Yasuo come down. Kuban's going to contest this blue buff. So good by Kuban.
And if he gets any crits on Morden, it's going to hurt a lot. Yasuo.
Wow, don't stay for this one. He flashes the wall. Kikis is around. There's a ward down as well. There's a W. He's got no way of getting out.
He'll have to flash and E.
Where's Lulu? Lulu, help him. JWoww doesn't even show up in time. Kuban picks up the kill. First blood goes over to Yasuo.
And he gets a blue. Granted, Yasuo doesn't make much use of blue at all, except for Windwall.
No.
Because his Q is based off of attack speed.
I think it does scale it off CDR. I feel like it has
I don't think it does.
Okay.
I think only his E and his R. Maybe his Windwall a little bit too. But the speed at which things come out and also the cooldown on his Q, max is 1.3.
Don't worry. He'll regenerate a bunch more mana now.
Yes.
So useful.
So he'll never be but he's always
Yes.
Yes, exactly. But now, it also means they just killed the jungle. A lot of pressure available here for Kikis. He can go anywhere he wants.
And he's going to go right behind Ocelot, who's going to get hit by this red buff here. Good damage comes out. Nice distance as well. Beautifully played flash and heal used. Ocelot, they're going to die, but he's got nowhere to go. Javelin will hit Kikis. He's going to flash over the wall. Perfect play. Lublin Shore. 2-0 to start the game out.
Wow, just the jungle pressure right now coming out from both sides. And now Kuban
Really?
Morden's not actually going to do it because JWoww is farming underneath the turret. He can't run up and give up the CS.
He's going to have a better run here. Kuban's actually burning a lot of his spells there. There's the last dash used. Now can they get into this one? Into the first
they know he doesn't have his flash.
He dashes in. He's going to get on towards Morden. Good slows coming out, though. You're right. The knockup's going to be attempted. This is going to be the kill for sure.
They want to give the blue to JWoww.
Nice. You're right. Exceptionally played Gamers2. Getting the all part of the plan for Morden.
Yeah.
Wanted the blue within the top laner.
So Kuban was in the situation where if he wanted the kill previously to get the blue buff off of Morden, he had to flash, use his E. When he did that, they timed his flash. Morden comes back top, is in the bush before the ward comes down, makes the gank, knows there's no flash available, and they make sure that the blue goes onto JWoww so that he has that constant regen, because it's much better on him than it is on Morden.
Absolutely. So beautifully played here by G2 to get their way back in at least a little bit. 400 gold difference between these teams.
JWoww bringing the bling. So many rings and boots. Three Doran's rings.
3 rings, man.
He doesn't want to get burst out by Kuban right now.
You know, most RPGs you can't use 3 rings. You're capped at 2. So JWoww breaking the rules a little bit there.
Ooh.
JWoww, rule breaker extraordinaire. He's going to use these rings to great effect if he can.
Never understood that. You have 10 fingers.
Usually because the magic is so potent, you can't have things close together. That's what I've read from like manuals. Doran apparently not that much of a magician. His rings are less potent. That's why they're on the 400 gold.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So in minigames, 400 gold's a lot of money. In League of Legends, it's like, start with that.
Yeah, that's true. And gold, because you don't have a smaller currency than gold.
No. We should have platinum for like every 1,000 gold. Infinite Age is 3.8 plat. For no reason at all, just because
And then everything, when you get like 10k, it's diamonds.
Yes!
But gold is now diamonds. Anyway, this bottom lane, though, no advantage really created here for either side. It's just Yuki being pushed under his turret and being jinxed in the early game. He has Braum to back him up, but right now the gold in favor of Lublin Shore, but no dragons taken just yet. And here's the thing. You have a Wombo combo team that wants to fight at the dragon. You have a poke team that wants to get there late and then poke you off of it.
And this is great because we've got the dual lanes in the bottom lane as well. You're going to see like microcosms of the general gameplay of like, hey, how well do low damage javelins work against like a level 5 Evelyn? And you're going to see them kind of go back and forth. Ocelot going to spot kick us here actually. They both run away.
Not sneaky enough.
Morden though, actually really good start. He's got to slow down. Kickus already burned his W, so he's going to take a bunch of damage here. They're going to go in. Shockwave goes out now. Kickus trying to run away with the shield. He will stay safe. Morden losing a lot of health too.
Wow. So that actually puts Kickus all the way back, and doesn't look like they're going to get anything for it though. It just means that they get their blue uncontested.
There's actually then a chance to steal away the opponent's blue buff. Now Kickus got a late start to it. Morden knows the rough timer in this one. So maybe they'll have enough levels and enough XP, and of course no Shockwave, that there's a chance they can contest buffs early on, rely on a mid lane lead. Not necessarily a bot lane lead for G2, but Yuki is hooked up. This is not good for him. In comes Braum, puts the shield down as well. Mockler gonna get stunned up soon, and yeah, he's gonna get forced away. Actually, big damage comes out. That Zap hit him. I can't believe that at all. And they're forced away.
Very close to the level 6s here for the AD carries. This is going to be very scary when they hit that.
Well, he's got Flash, so if he plays it right, he's going to
Flash and heal from Mockler. Yuki has nothing now after that. Great hook by Libic. Here's the 6. He's going to throw it. Oh!
Nice. Fancy footwork. Rat stays safe slow, though. He's got to be real careful. Zap blocked by a minion. They're going to be all right now still.
It's 3 points in football.
Yeah. We're not playing that, though. Man, imagine you got 3 fantasy points for every skill shot you missed. Hot shot
two
GG
people
would be the best.
Wow.
Just because I can.
Because can. Because that's the reason. Because can.
It's okay. No, he's a great player.
Yeah, he is. Anyway, we see Kickus. He's trying to apply the pressure to his own buff now, seeing if he can get it. But at the same time, Morden up top, making a long way around. They have a pink ward in the bush. They know that this is up right now. And they aren't going to contest. They're actually going to sneak him into that top lane bush and try to focus on shutting down Kuban.
Okay, well, the knock-up on a JWoww. Yeah, this guy is very low on health. Thing is, he went static shiv off the recall, so he has gold income, but horrible regen and fight stats. Kickus will show to support the wave, but this
actually,
wow.
Kickus is here, and he's going to get seen by...
It's going to be in a bad spot. Q lands. Goodbye! The Lee Sin kick claims it. Greedy from Kuban, not the right play. Now G2 has 2 kills in the top lane.
Hey, that's what happens when your most played is Lee Sin. You know how to land those Sonic waves. And now they're going after Kikis.
Oh, goodbye, Kikis. The flash not gonna matter. Red buff goes to JWoww. This top lane is snowballing. Now you're kind of seeing why they first picked for him in the first game.
Oh, yeah.
This seems to happen a lot.
Oh, yeah. And they got the Lulu top who will just crush the lane. And they're just continuing to apply their pressure here. Very good job there by Gamers2 now to put a crowbar there. And at the same time, they don't get punished for this because the jungler was top. They're going to get the turret, 2 kills, red buff, and they don't lose Dragon.
They don't lose a thing for it. Actually, Dio going to actually take a bunch of damage. He's got to be careful. Makler and Libic putting some pain down, but the stun comes out. Minions tanking the shots still. Makler takes a trap, though. Ulti puts some damage down. All right, why not? He's going to clear the wave out. Okay, so Lublin Shore down to the bottom lane. Actually holding a lead with this Twitch.
Ooh, they just poked him out. They might go for Dragon here for Lublin Shore.
And they have grouped the team up. This is a nice play for them. They still got Kuban on the top lane with his teleport, but Hughes just shoved the wave out and gotten a static shiv. Libic going to look for some damage onto Dude, pushing him away. Krikas comes up for this one. Ulti popped, but doesn't find too much. Krikas wants this, and the hook comes in. Libic claims the kill. Now Lublin Shore one more time in control here.
What happens when you have to ward? You have to put yourself in that situation, and he was too far up. But there's nothing you can do about that because they didn't wrestle control of it earlier.
That's not a thing. So look at this now. Lublin Shore, they were tied in gold from that kill. Now they've got a 1,000 gold lead. Well played to pick up that kill. Their bot lane, I was talking about it a second ago, are actually winning 80 to 73 in minions. The kill as well now from that Thresh roam. And this is good. It's different sides of the map now. Not only the comp's different, but it's different sides of the map that are winning their lanes.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. They just swapped it. And now the top lane, JWoww, he's all good by himself right now. Going after Kuban, and he's very close to getting that top lane turret for himself.
He's gonna go ahead and try to deny what he can, but Kuban's not really doing too much here.
Yeah, that's a big thing, is that Wind Wall doesn't really help you against Lulu.
Not a ton.
Because Help Pix will just do the damage straight to you, and then you can Glitter Lance off of his own body.
Yeah, and even the, I think Pix itself will still attack. Even if your attack itself dies, Pix will still get like that 12 damage down.
Because it originates from Pix, not from you.
Correct, Amundo. Well, short. Ooh, Shockwave actually in the mid lane. Ocelot and Mortar won't get their way in. Top lane turret does go down to JWoww. So Gamers2 get some gold back. They're within 400 here. Evelyn kills off the white camp, soon to be Grump.
It's the first dragon that they've given up all series. So Gamers2, they don't have the same type of objective control and presence as before because their bottom lane isn't as strong in the early game. So they're going to have to transition later on into a siege comp that can't... But here's the thing, is they're going to get flanked. You're going to get flanked by Kikis coming in with his Agony's Embrace, and then you're going to get Wombo comboed on. You have to ward up your sides in the later game and make sure the Kikis can't get the flank in the slow. Which
means Yuki can't buy a Doran's Blade as his 6th item.
Yes.
Better be a pink ward.
Yeah.
You were right.
So salty about that.
Just saying, man. Selfish. They still won, but not in the right way. Buy wards, AD carries.
Hey,
it's not all
Nexus
about you.
explodes the right way.
True.
I think it forfeits the right way too. Surrender.
I mean,
as long as it works.
Long as you win, I suppose.
Yep.
But don't hit people in their DC, and then you're okay.
Oh yeah.
Then you're a true sportsman.
Still have huge respect for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Gamers2 looking for the way in on this game. 500 gold down, and at some point they've got to group up to make the siege happen. Zapped is not going to hit right here. 3 kills per side. Buff control attempted. Nice dodge by Yuki. And some slows on Libic. Javelin hits as well. This is not good for him. Rocket comes out. He stays alive. But now Libic on very low health. Can't easily participate.
And now they get their own blue. And this is Gamers2. Like I said, they like to poke you off of objectives and make it so you have to back and they get something for themselves. Granted, this time they get their own blue buff, which should be theirs rightly, just by territory. And they end up securing it, which is great, because otherwise they would have just lost it and lost control. Because now you want that on Ocelot. It allows him to siege, allows him to poke out people.
Yeah. Ori versus Nid with a blue buff difference is like a really rough matchup. Like, you definitely have to control that or you're going to have a really hard time. We saw that actually last game.
Yep.
Where Ocelot just would not get pushed out of lane because there's never a blue buff on LeBlanc.
And now the blue buff up on Lublin Shore side. But no Orianna. Take Fun is not around just yet. The kick is going to have to clear.
He's going to clear the mid lane.
It's going to stop Ocelot from going back. And now they're going to set up for the contest.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. Right now, Morden's still grabbing his own red buff. But
if he can land one spear, it makes it so much easier for Morden and himself to contest the blue buff.
True. See if that's going to happen here. The skill shots can come out. Mockler.
They are outnumbered, though, because Kuban is right there, and JWoww's a little further away.
He has TP if he wants it. Morden does get pushed down. Shotgun. They want this fight, and there is the ulti in for Yasuo. Look at that. Kuban helping the team take the kill. Take Fun gets the credit for it. Now Oslot's got to be careful. Knockup is there for Yasuo. Lands it onto Oslot, and there we go. Big damage coming out. He's a couple hits from dead. Flashes. Summoner heals as well. Jumps to the brush. Knockup not quite going to hit there for Kuban. Now JWoww's in the wrong spot. Ulti comes out from Eve, but look at that wind wall. And look at the slow comes out. They're going to be okay.
Yeah, Morden was looking for the invade there, but of course Oslot didn't land any of his poke beforehand, so they were still going to go for the aggressive play from Lublin Shore. And Kuban comes down at the right time. He's there. JWoww isn't, and isn't there for the wild growth and the disengage.
Oh my gosh, Take Fun takes another javelin. Does not shield himself in time.
Oh, the Kickus is off on the right-hand side. Here comes Super Mega Death Rocket. Oh!
Hits him in the back of the head. How'd he get?
He walks up. Oh, nope.
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
That might have hit. He did take it for Take Fun, though. So
yeah.
Thankfully, you know, some teamwork going on there. Gonna heal back up, join up again in the lane. Now Ocelot does probably have money for a Thieves, but Take Fun's already bought his and is on his way back.
There's an advantage here in the mid lane for Gamers2. They have 3-on-1, and Take Fun's a little far away, so they're gonna get this turret.
They get the damage, they get the pokes. Nicely done. Gamers2 now 2 turrets to 0.
And they get the blue.
They're only down 1 kill. Morden does get the blue buff steal. Very well played by these guys. Only 200 gold down.
So he sacrifices his life for a blue buff and a mid lane turret.
Great, worth it.
Definitely worth it at that point. They put themselves even in gold. Now, big thing is they're going to have those blue buffs for the dragon. And Orianna's not going to have a blue buff. Take Fun is not going to have this blue buff for this dragon, which is really big for Orianna, because you want that lower cooldown, especially at level 11, when you're just trying to smack your ball around, and he doesn't actually have max command attack yet.
True. It's just the bursty setup, not the high mobility sort of one. Kuban gets himself a Vamp Scepter on his way up to the lane. Zerk Greaves on there as well, so going for the standard Ruin King second build. Seems to be the normal situation for Yasuo's nowadays. Kickass knows Dragons up in 14 seconds. Teleport available for both top laners. Pink wards are down. Dude trying to play the ward control game.
The ward just came out of nowhere. Dude, freaking out on the inside.
He has no idea what's happening.
Ah!
It might be a ghost.
I don't even know what's real anymore.
Wards come down. Oh, I put it right in the sweeper. That is unfortunate. Pink wards on both sides up there.
Ping's coming out. TP available for JWoww. Kuban already en route. Mockler looking for an assassination, though.
Damage on a Dude. Slow comes out. He's going to be okay. Takes the lane to back out. Mid lane has been pushed right now, actually. You've already got Ocelot down with the team, which means that wave comes in. It's free gold for Lublin Shore, not picked up by G2.
Ooh, they might get pinched in here.
I don't know if G2 wants to pinch in, though.
I think Lublin Shore might pinch in.
Oh, yeah.
They are flanking from multiple sides.
But G2 can push out towards the blue buff. Like,
yeah.
They're not going to easily get force engaged, except for that. Dude, pushed up. It's out.
When you're flanked by an Orianna team, your attention is split. If you're not paying attention to the ball placement, you're going to get punished for it. And right now, Yasuo is trying to come from the left side. So he might force you onto the ball.
Flash shockwave onto 2, and there they go! The damage comes across. Now can Lublin Shore win this. JWoww low, flashes out. He stays alive. Rocket hits, but not enough damage to pick up any kills. Mockler forced to run away, though. Javelin hits Take Fun. G2 hold on to the fight.
Both teams are playing their strongest type of team comp in their style. You can see it right there. Nobody dies. Flashing HP for both top laners. They both have TP, though. If they can back, they can TP back into the fight and be healthy.
They're both doing that.
This is going to be a decisive dragon, because it's not only going to be just going to be a dragon, somebody's going to die off of this, most likely. Gamers2, unless they get poke, they're not going to win this.
So this is the fun thing. This is what I like about these comps. So we had the 18-minute version of this fight. Flash shockwave. Of course, Lublin Shore could get in, and they could try every dragon fight, because Flash's cooldown shorter.
Ooh,
but they didn't have the burst to pick people off. Lulu had enough AP to save people. I want to see what happens as items come in. What scales faster, the disengage or the blowing people up in 1 second?
We'll have to see. Both top laners decide not to use their teleport. Mockler makes a great decision, and instead of staying around the dragon and trying to contest it, he pushes a wave out and pulls attention from Ocelot, who's now going to get a blue and have this up for the dragon fight.
Nice. That's going to help G2 quite a bit. It's a whole bunch of poke. 66 gold for the blue buff pickup. Merlinomicon done for JWoww on top of everything else.
So the story of this game is really the compositions here.
Yeah.
And who can play it better, the poke comp or the wombo combo. Wombo combo converging right now. TP actually on the right side.
They're staying for it, though. Dragon picked up by G2. No, can they get out? That's the question. Shockwave onto one. Also trying to run away, but there comes Morden, and it's, a bunch of paying off in this one. A nice play as well. Mockler kicked into the battle, but Dude's gonna go down. He's helping to deal damage at this point. Kickus takes a javelin, doesn't care too much. Wards go down. A kill for a Dragon. Gamers2 still come out ahead.
Yeah, just barely though. Morden, he actually wasn't really involved in that fight. He smited, and then he stayed in the Dragon Pit the entire time, because he was just flanked out by the teleport of Kuban. His exit route was cut off.
G2 does escape properly for that one, and they're actually healthy enough. They're going to keep sieging. Take Fun gets some damage down on himself. Minions keep taking javelins. Kickus still wants a way in. No knockup quite lands for Kuban. He doesn't have an ulti for another 20 seconds or so. Can they find their way back in? More poke back and forth. G2 playing the siege constantly. Bottom turret goes down, though. Mockler getting some extra gold for himself. Doesn't want to keep splitting.
He's having a much better game this time, too.
Yeah, he is.
He's got the 20 CS advantage coming out of the laning phase now. And look at this siege coming out here. And Jinx takes turrets so quickly, which makes her so good with this poke composition. So once you poke somebody off, the couple of seconds they give you while they back, worth even more.
Yeah, she has the, I think the long, no, I think Kog'Maw has more. I was going to say like almost the longest range of any level 9 champion. But again, I think Kog'Maw's W puts him a little bit farther than this one.
Tristana has like a single digit higher.
At 18, but I'm saying at level 9. At this stage when you're sieging. Jinx is arguably the safest champion in this case, because it's not even, it's a toggle as opposed to a cooldown. So, and then hey, if you're safe, then screw it, minigun.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
As long as you can stay safe, best champ for this comp for sure.
And the fact that it's a permanent attack speed steroid that just, as long as you're attacking.
Long as you're safe, it's definitely the best choice. Jinx looking for the poke. There we go, back in on the turret. Damage comes through, but you can see they have to back up Kuban. The wind walls hold them mostly safe. JWoww on the wings. He's got to be a bit careful, though. He's flanking pretty far down. Flay's going to miss. Libic will not go for the hook here.
Take Fun actually getting poked out. He's below half HP. He's going to lose his blue here, and Kickus.
Spotted too.
Another blue. Gamers2 have had great blue control all series long. They just try to take Lublin shore all the time. That's basically off of the synergy of Ocelot and Morden. So it's funny because the map, when you talk about these microcosms, they kind of affect each other in this way. Because it's like Ocelot gets a tiny advantage, or sometimes he doesn't, and then he just is like, I'm going to go help Morden take their blue, which gives me an advantage over the laner. I might be even in CS, but it's a Nidalee versus an Orianna even in CS.
Yeah.
Granted, Orianna has 100% kill participation. We're going to have to see what happens here.
There's the big ulti in. Kickus takes a bunch of pain, though, and down he goes. There's the ulti in as well from Braum, and Kuban's got almost nowhere to go either. Another kill picked up, double for JWoww. Lublin Shore gets a turret, but now Mockler's in a bad spot. Stun's going to come out. 3 kills. That doesn't even matter.
Wow. 3 kills just picked up there because they were split. They didn't have Take Fun involved in that fight at all, and Libic couldn't lantern anybody out appropriately. They overextended past the turret. They had no right to be there.
They have no wards.
They were way too far up. Their ward coverage was very poor, and they just give up 3 kills for nothing and an advantage to Gamers2.
Wow, such excellent play now by these guys. They've gotten themselves right back into this game. 800 gold lead now for G2, up in kills as well.
Yeah, they're going to get this bottom turret because Yuki's been pushing this entire time. But we're going to watch this again. They just got vision control of that, and they found Dude, but Kickus is way too far forward. Ocelot lands the appropriate poke, and right there, Kuban actually can't use his ultimate, and they get knocked up and just obliterated. Super Mega Death Rocket, just for fun.
Yeah.
Another 3 points.
That ulti from Braum, actually, I think we really can't understate it. Yeah, preventing the ulti from Kuban, which would have prevented damage output, would have made him tankier as well, which would have allowed time for Mockler to kill people. That fight easily could have been a different way if Dude didn't ult right then. So, very important time for everything involved. Of course, we saw bottom outer go down during the replay. Yuki got that one. So Gamers2 now farther ahead, 1,000 gold up in turrets, up in kills.
And it's pretty much a full damage build here for JWoww. Of course, he doesn't need the Athenes. He goes for the Morello. He's got the cooldown reduction. He's got all the rings. He's going to start selling them, getting some more goodies for him. But Kuban. Yasuo has very distinct power spikes based around crit items. And since you delay your Infinity Edge by going Blade of the Ruined King, standard build, you have to wait until about like the 25-minute mark or even further than that to actually get to that point. where he has the 100% crit and he's at his full damage potential. So we have to wait for that. Or Gamers2 can just poke it and end it before that.
Yeah, you know, why not? I mean, they don't really need the crazy 80 carry DPS stuff, right? Just like G2 is all about forcing their will with what they've got right now.
It's like Take Fun hasn't died, but Gamers2 beat NIP without NIP's mid laner dying.
Yeah.
They beat
Not
Exile.
a relevant stat. They don't need to kill champions.
They don't need to kill champions. They need to kill turrets, and that's exactly what they've been doing. 4-2 in turrets. They're up in gold. Look at that. Oh, from the side.
Going to force Lublin Shore back. They can't realistically try to fight a 5v5.
30 seconds on Dragon. If they get one kill, ooh!
All right, tanks it up. He's going to stay safe, but Lublin Shore now losing even more health. They're really far back. It's going to be hard to get the Dragon in time.
Man, this Gamers2 team is just a lot of ooh, ah, ooh.
Uh-oh, Living. No, why are you there?
Oh.
Never recall there. Nicely done by JWoww. The assist going to Jinx for the AoE on the rocket as well. Gamers2 making such better choices right now.
Yeah, and the Dragon's up in 5 seconds. There's no more support. Libic, he's not around. He can't wrestle control of that area with wards because he's dead. And what are Gamers2 going to do with that? Doesn't look like they headed straight there. Instead, they're going to plant a trap, try to poke them off of this tier 2 turret. These turrets don't respawn, Dragons do.
Yeah, this is the exact right call. They can always run. Ooh, also taking some damage. He's going to be hurt a little bit, but he's going to be okay. Mockler forced away in this one. They still could get some turret damage down. Take Fun is there for the defense. Hits some of these minions off in G2. Going to be a little bit gun shy. They can still take Dragon, though.
Yeah, they'll have to get Dragon for this if they want anything from it, because the wave clear from Orianna is kicking in right now. You have to poke Take Fun off. When you're a poke comp, if you get rid of the wave clear, you pretty much get an objective. Flank
coming in for Kuban right now. He TP to the ward. It's a 5v4. Can they make what happen? There we go. Damage on a Yuki. He's got to be careful. Ulti in from Diud. Shotgun hits nothing. A sombrero there. And Morton is kind of wreaking havoc in the back line. Kuban gets one. The Yuki goes down. 1 for 0 so far. Lublin Shore. And we've had to trade back onto Evelyn. Diud still falls. So Kuban getting big damage through in this one. Libic getting hit up now. JWoww trying to keep himself alive. Flash goes nowhere. He falls down as well. 3 for 1 to Lublin Shore.
There's just a lot of panic there from Gamers2 in the overall. They're going to give a Dragon for this too to Lublin Shore, who are going to take a gold lead off of this.
I don't know why G2 stayed at that turret after the first attempt for sieging failed. Libic respawned. They could have ran back towards Dragon, and they let the flank happen. The exact kind of fight Lublin Shore needs is get around behind them, separate the poke, find a way in.
I want to see that again because that was just... Overall, there was a lot of different misplays that happened back to back to back there. From both sides, actually, because the shockwave completely whiffs. You're going to see it here, where Take Fun actually used it on himself. Nothing happens from that. Kikis is trying to get in the back line, but Yuki gets destroyed. And then there's, in the end, the flash from JWoww, where he flashes in place and basically does nothing. Yeah, he tried to get over the wall.
It's too far from it, though.
But overall, it was a good play by Lublin Shore, despite the fact that the shockwave came off from Take Fun onto nobody, because Kuban got into the back line, and he got onto Yuki, who's a priority target with no escapes, because Dude abandoned him. He's too far up. And JWoww wasn't there to use Wild Growth on him yet. JWoww is actually the most fed member of that team.
And I actually like what they've done with his build. He's going towards Blitzbane, trying to get split much fed. Mid turret goes down. Mockler in tow with the rest of the team. 5 men there. G2 forced to farther back. Okay, disengage for now. And the game's back to 1,000 gold. Lublin Shore now winning. I like Lichbane next on JWoww because he can use his individual power to split push, remove the wombo combo, right? Kuban has to defend him. He's not part of that engagement. It's not going to work for Lublin Shore.
And now the siege is coming out. Ocelot isn't here to poke people off of the turret just yet. And JWoww, he wants to flank from the side. And they're going to try to go for this. Libic.
Ulti comes in. JWoww taking a big partial damage and no Jinx Rocket hits. This could be bad. Shockwave gets one. And now Dude forced to run away. He's going to be a second casualty as well. They trade back on the Evelyn. Lublin Shore win that fight 2-1. Morton goes in. Can't find Kuban just yet. Gets healed back up. Wow, the Orianna kick. Beautiful play there. Double kill now for Yuki and Ocelot on the chase. Good wind wall. Mockler nearly gets hit by the Q. And his timer's going to run out soon.
Oh.
They see him.
I saw him.
He does run quick. He's got Phantom Dancer.
Kuban's still getting chased down by Ocelot's spears at the same time.
I think he's out now. Mockler continuing to walk by wards. Ocelot looks for Libic here. Mockler soon to have that Q back up 2 seconds away. Rocket hits Libic. 1 hit from dead. They're going to get the damage down. No way he's getting out. Kill picked up. Libic goes down as well. Look at that. Gamers2 turn it around. 4-2.
A big part of that was the flank that came off and the last breath was used on 2 members. They get both of them, but then Morden comes up huge with the kick backwards. That was what really sealed that deal.
Absolutely massive, man. Morden, favorite champion.
Oh,
excelling.
Yeah. So Livic is very low right now, but then the Shockwave comes in, and they miss the Super Mega Death Rocket, but it doesn't matter. Right here is where it starts turning around. Kickus gets killed by Yuki over the wall, but then Morden takes that all the way back, says, oh, well, I guess I'll kick Take Fun into my team. They pick him up, and then they just chase them down from here. Ocelot just landing spear after spear, and the wind wall used very early on. So we won't have that, because it's actually fairly long cooldown, and you max it last.
Sure. But man, what a back and forth game this time around.
Yeah.
Jeez, 2 kills off, and to be fair, these actual teams.
Well, they're both playing it really, really well.
Sure, yeah, but like both these teams have actually been close in kills both games.
Yeah.
Game 1 is really close in kills as well, but this is a lot of lead changes. Now only 200 gold difference. G2 just barely ahead in this one. 4 turret kills to 3. No Dragon up for a short time. But G2 trying to set up Baron Nashor now, and of course, again, they've got poke, they've got ways to land some damage from out of range before Lublin Shore can react.
And I love that both teams understood their strength at Champion Select, and they're playing the comps that they love. So can Ocelot poke people off of objectives, can Take Fun get the shockwaves he needs to set up Kuban, and then Mockler on top of that.
Look at Kuban's build. He would rush second out of Banshee's Veil.
Yeah. He doesn't want to get interrupted.
He's not that versed, but yeah, he really cares about not going down the javelins.
Yeah.
not getting ulted up by Braum and having the chance to get his ulti combo.
Happened once already.
Sure it did.
So he didn't go for the IE, he delayed that even further and goes just for the tankiness, because as long as he gets his ultimate off, he's going to get the penetration, the bonus penetration.
Sure, but who cares about bonus penetration? The damage. There's actually a risk that he just isn't a threat anymore. Like, I want to see... I mean, the cool thing is, like, Mockler's pretty big, actually, right? Like,
yes.
Mockler's close to Last Whisper. Mockler, 31 minutes is a little bit slow on Last Whisper, but it's okay. It's still acceptable because there's no real tanks on G2 anyway.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised that he's going for Last Whisper, considering if you look at what Yuki's doing, he's going straight IE afterwards. He's not going for Last Whisper because there's no tanks. It's
Absolutely.
a very squishy game.
I'm glad Yuki understands the power of not buying Last Whisper when you don't need it. I'm so happy for Yuki right now.
Freak's got his fist in the air right now. There's power to the people, power to the
Finally,
carry.
someone understands AD carry itemization.
Somebody understands Freak, Yuki.
Yuki is now my new favorite AD carry in the entire world. Just because he builds properly.
Okay, okay.
It's the only reason. I don't even know the guy.
Yeah. Well, his lane partner's Dude, so I like that.
At least I've met Dude.
I like that name because it has a liquid U in it. Dude.
He should be playing more Nami then.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll give you that one. Give you that one. He does actually play no Nami.
That's too bad.
From what I've been seeing in his match history.
Sounds like LMQ's jungler.
No Nami. Okay.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I had to think about it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Oh, we are back into this game. Of course, Dragon's up in 18 seconds. Lublin Shore going to get blue buff on Take Fun. Morden's going to find a way in on Livic and Mockler. Oh, no. Twitch goes down. The Ratsman is serving it now. Livic in the wrong spot as well. Morden shows up. Yuki executes. Take Fun forced to flash away. Morden still wants more. His Q is up. Does not land it.
What set up a lot of that is the fact that they were on the wrong side of the map for Kuban and Kickus. They were up in the top left, and then he TP's down to the bottom. He's answered by JWoww just now. But that means the TP is not available for this Baron. Kickus off on the left side, though.
Okay, 4 versus 2. Jungler and mid laner trying to defend against G2's lineup.
Oh, they saw him over there.
Yuki knocked in the ice. They did. That's actually pretty important. Their flash is up for Eve, and Kuba's made it across as well. He's going to be there.
Shockwave
for Lulu.
Last breath this.
Oh man, this could be gigantic. Windwall's down. He finds Asa. The 1v1 is on. Gets some good damage down, and there's the 2-man Shockwave. He's going to keep going into this one. There's the knockup on Kuban, though. He's going to be getting in on this fight. Can he get it? No, he cannot. Out he goes, and the kill's picked up by Ocelot. He gets slows down into Kickus, but Baron is regened up, so they've only lost 1 kill to stop the Baron.
Yeah, they stop the Baron. Attempt by Gamers2. And they have to pull off because of the low HP bars here. And Kickus is still around, and they haven't gotten him off the field. Okay. So really, really big part of this is that he's always the flash smite threat.
That was about as well played as it could have been there for Lublin Shore, so I got to commend them for a good performance. And now they're going to be the ones starting up Baron Nashor. This is a risky move.
It's a good move, though.
Too many guys in G2 recalled. I'm surprised everyone
went
back.
They have a Blade of the Ruined King Twitch. It's going to go down extremely quickly. Morden's not even going to get there in time.
Oh my gosh. Wow, the Baron Nashor, despite losing 3 kills in a row, is going to Lublin Shore. The hook comes in. Nothing from the rocket as well. Kubo wasn't even alive. They 4v0'd the Baron Nashor. Livic does get out in this one as well. But again, G2 only had to recall like Dude. Everyone else should have stuck around with ward control. Very, very smart by Lublin Shore to rush that down.
Yeah, very smart. Kick us right in position for it. Knew that Morden wasn't around. I'm surprised all of Gamers2 backed on that one. And they're going to get the consolation prize of Dragon. I mean, Gamers2, they're known for getting the Dragon so far.
Make the gold back to their favor. There is only a 1,000 gold difference, 1,500 actually at this point, which is a lead for G2, but it's up to Lublin Shore to make use of the next 3.5 minutes of the Baron buff to get a lead back in this game, get items in the right people, and make their comp work some more.
And now Gamers2 kind of on their back foot right now. They don't have all of the wave clear that they need. They have Jinx. She does fairly well at that. They have Lulu. She'll do that as well. Take Fun, on the other hand, he'll instantly clear the waves and then try to set up the fights, but will you get poked out? I like the fact that Lulu can clear the waves and then you can just poke down, because minions are the biggest hindrance in the poke comp. They really are. So if Ocelot can position correctly, they can get a pick or two. Cubon, he doesn't have the temporary combat stats on him, but they all have the gold.
Doesn't quite land, but the ball's in the way. That's going to stop G2 a little bit in their tracks. Ward coverage now is here for Lublin Shore in the top lane. JWoww, Kubon still dueling up there. Void Staff has actually stopped at Sheen.
Half HP.
Wow, that is one Javelin, and there are no heals on Lublin Shore. Just Baron regen, which is actually pretty high.
Take Fun, though. If you're poking out the mid laner, that's the main person, the main mid laner or AD carry is really what a poke comp wants to get rid of. Because you get rid of the mid laner, you get rid of their siege. You get rid of their wave clear, typically.
Yeah.
If you get rid of their AD carry, you get rid of their potential in a team fight to turn it around with just sustained damage.
Giant wave bottom lane right now. G2 might get a turret kill off that. Kubon's been sent to defend.
No TP on Kubon.
It's true, but there's
TP
really
on
no way.
JWoww.
Here's the problem, though. Is there's no way for G2 to force a fight.
Yeah, there's
like
nothing
G2
here.
can't use 5-on-4s to do anything. Except like rush down Dragons and Barons, but we've seen how those turned out sometimes. So Lublin Shore actually, like, here's the thing about fighting a poke comp. You offer the luxury of time, unless your opponents are actively hitting your turrets. You can take time, clear out waves. There's not a lot of pressure on you. When they do pressure you, it's very obvious because they have to follow their minion line. They don't have a tank to like get there in front of the turret. I mean, yeah, okay, you're getting items on Dude, you're getting items on Morden, but like, Mockler still kills those guys.
Yeah. Mockler's going to shred through them pretty quickly once he gets his 4th item, which I assume is going to be IE, based on what he did last time.
Yeah, there's no way you don't go IE here. You don't need Banshees.
Yeah, once again, Yuki coming out into the late game with a CS advantage and just kill advantage overall. The Yuki dude bottom lane has been coming up a lot bigger than Mockler and Lublin so far in these series.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. They've been so freaking phenomenal. 3-1-3 on Yuki here. This Jinx has been really big. Last Whisper now getting started, which is the right timing for it at this point. Armor levels enough that you'll care. Cubon takes down the last of the Wolf clan in the northeast corner. He'll be back with replacements, though. Can't keep wolves down. It's like we're in Copenhagen or something. So many wolves.
Get some roster subs in there. Swap them into the jungle.
Why not?
3 junglers, WTF.
Oh, JWoww gets exploded out of nowhere. He was fighting top of a ward, and down he goes. Well done, and that's going to be a big move for Lublin Shore. They've got a 5-on-4 push attempt.
That's a lot of the wave clear from Gamers2 gone as well. Yuki's going to have to be using his switcheroo, his fishbones to try and clear this out. But it's very, very risky. If Yasuo
Oh
just
my
goes
gosh,
down,
Kickus loses Hextrigger Shield as well. Turret goes down, that's one of them going.
Oh!
Yeah, I know,
Whoa,
I had the same reaction. I had the same reaction.
That spear just like disappeared in front of his face.
It's gotta be weird.
I don't know.
It's like hitting you and it's gone.
It's happened again. Libic.
Evelyn just hit a trap. She's real low.
Oh.
Yeah, Kickus, you gotta run, dog.
I hope there aren't any like in these bushes or anything. He runs into one.
Yeah, it would kill him.
It's just, whew.
It's okay, he's gonna heal up on this camp. Yep, smites it. There we go.
Yeah.
300 health is alright.
They're looking for him though.
Sweeps the ward, smart choice.
And there he is.
Okay. Kickus will stay safe, and you notice that they're recalling and backing off right as JWoww respawns, so G2, they have to set up their siege, and Lublin Shore will be healthy and available in time when that siege happens.
So the Baron buff is no longer on any of the members of Lublin Shore. It's pretty much close to even in gold here. Just a 1% difference. And the Dragon and Baron are actually very close in timer. So most likely, a team will either do the dragon while the other team gets Baron control, which is not a smart idea. Or you just go to Baron and say, yeah, it's okay, you can do dragon if you want. So you have to actually set up for this, like right now, at this minute. You have to set up the objective that you want early on. Or else you can't get it when the other team's already in the occupied territory. True. It's the big, big part of this.
Yeah, throwing spears into the darkness is pretty hard to hit them.
Ooh, Kikis is already sitting here on bottom.
I like this move, actually. Lublin Shore setting up. I mean, again, G2 pretty much has to play 5v5s just because Nidalee by herself can't really handle this kind of stuff, and definitely Jigs cannot. And so they're creating pressure and forcing the lanes in, but otherwise they are just setting up for the objectives.
They're setting up around Dragon right now, which is up in 30 seconds. Mockler just doing some scouting duty. Seeing what's around. Baron up in 50. So Lublin Shore might just try to rush down the Dragon, and in that 25-second period, rush from Dragon to Baron, which is extremely doable.
Yeah, they have time.
But they are there first. Gamers2 are now getting the memo that, hey, we should be a Dragon. Should have been there a minute ago, setting up with wards. Is the big thing here.
Kuban's got teleports up in 4 seconds, and G2 still not in the right place for it. Of course, they've got no wards. As you mentioned, you can't do it at this point in time, so Kikis will solo out this Dragon. The rest of the team will siege mid to give him cover. G2, of course, must respect that.
And a big thing here, too, is all the wards from Lublin Shore are focused on this Dragon area. If Gamers2 make a move on Baron,
Kikis is making really slow progress, actually. He's not here in time. G2 pushing down.
Tank it.
Lichbane, they are rushing this mid lane. Teleport comes in. Kuban's looking to flank. And they still do not have Kikis, though. He is still fighting Dragon. It finally goes down. Turret falls off, and now they're going to run away. They're going to run right into Kuban if he's not careful.
That's a great play there from Gamers2, and they are going to run straight into Kuban. But they're going to run to the unwarded area and be completely safe.
Alrighty, so look at this.
Now they can poke from here, too.
For what they can. Take Fun's going to back off. They threw that. So turret for Dragon, pretty equal trade. 1,600 gold difference. Lublin Shore holding a small lead.
The open inhibitor, though, is really big for Gamers2.
Yes, it is.
Because they will be able to just siege up around that, have multiple angles to come in from. And it really only takes one misstep and one spear to give Gamers2 an objective here, considering everybody on Lublin Shore is squishy, except for, I guess, Kikis a little bit. Everybody's pretty squishy, though.
Absolutely the case, man. Banshee's Veil for Libic. He's got some MR. It's good he can take a couple of javelins now. Libic's, I think, the only Thresh I've seen who goes Frostfang. It's more gold than the other GP.
It happens all the time. It happens multiple times, and he pretty much keeps it at the Frostfang.
Yeah. Ooh. Get some minions. Kikis stays safe. He's been revealed, though. Ward coverage now, the very important game for these two teams. Traps for Nidalee helping as well.
Mockler actually just backed, and so did JWoww. So Mockler completed his Infinity Edge, and it had a huge power spike just now.
Yeah.
Off of that item. Same time, Kuban, he has his Infinity Edge completed.
That is big.
They're ready to do some damage here for Lublin Shore in these team fights.
Oh, Ossos also hit a pretty big spike.
But you have to start the team fight. Is the thing. Lublin Shore has to get in. That's the big thing. Can you get in, and can you get to Ocelot? Because if you win a fight, or half win a fight, Ocelot will poke you down all the way back to your base.
Yes, he will. He's got his power spike as well, right? Zonia's and Void Snap there.
Kikis.
One hit from stun, but the big damage comes out on Yuki. Can they keep him alive? They're trying the best they can. It looks like they will do so, and Libic, oh my gosh, look at that. He can't do anything, but Kikis will go down. The ulti and Mockler falls!
He gets the speed up!
Oh no, Morden gets this, doesn't quite land the E, the slow, but here comes the side. Shockwave is massive! They get two back, and Diu has to flash to the wall. Look at the plays being made. Diu trying to get away. Take Fun pops the Zonia's javelin hits, takes the Mikhail's outside of the shield. Kuban trying to get in on this one. What a hectic fight, 2 for 2 so far.
You got to play this very mechanically sound because you have no front line tank on either of these teams except for your junglers, and they're actually pretty squishy.
Yeah, comparatively speaking, absolutely. These guys have so much gold. The damage dealers are massive here. You're seeing another big item come out. Looks like Zonia's soon for JWoww. He's going to need that next time around because he died so fast. Jeez.
Yeah, just a bloody fight. Bloody fight just going off there. Big thing there was the fact that Yuki was just doing consistent damage. They ended up getting the stun onto Kikis when he flashed in. We're going to see it again right here. 1, 2, 3, and then he actually comes in, flashes, the knockup and gets stunned as he comes in, and then the kick back into the turret area gets Yuki right here, and then Mockler just takes so much damage from the Superman Death Rocket. All three grouped up, see an opportunity, Take Fun takes it, and Kuban follows up, and that's the wombo combo that they wanted from Champion Select. And they end up going 3 for 3 here. Take Fun almost dies, but of course, there's Libic to help him with the McHales.
Man, if Kuban had flash right there to jump the wall, that was like possibly game. He would have got on both those backliners that were stuck up there. But,
oh!
Rocket nearly hits Kickus. Actually going to hit Take Fun instead, who was a fair bit of help despite being full HP. And now, Gamers2 setting up now Baron control. They've got enough damage down. They've forced Lublin short back. Wards are gone. G2 throwing out the javelins, couple of wards, and traps down to spot things out. The way they're trying to set up traps, this is a very important part of this game. 45 minutes in, either team could take the game-winning team fight.
Yeah, next team fight that doesn't go even is going to be the game for the most part here.
It's going to be significant lead. It's
yeah, it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty big. Maybe just one or the other, but we'll have to see. Everybody's just looking for that opportunity. You can't rush it, especially for Gamers2. You have to poke. You have to play it very methodically. You have to go back to your roots here and just keep doing the poke combos. Lublin Shore, though, you have to have a fight like that.
Yeah, you
but
do.
not with that opening.
But, you know, without two guys dying at the
yes,
start.
Without Kickus doing that. You want that wombo combo. You saw it turn around when there was a numbers advantage for the enemy team for Gamers2. Lublin Shore started off like that. It's a great start to a fight that they can just clean up afterwards.
Well, you see Kuban has the knockup available, and all of G2 must run away from him.
Yeah, so they're looking for what I thought they'd look for from champions, like Kickus coming in from the flank, and then using his Agnes Embrace to set up the Orianna Ball, or Mockler running in with the Orianna Ball. There's something on top of that to set up Kuban and Mockler for their AoE damage. But Libic, he's caught out
in
again!
the wrong spot, Q, and he was in the wrong part of the jungle. G2 says welcome and takes out Morden as fast as they're going to go to mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to rush inhib. They're going to go straight for this inhibitor with that numbers advantage. Kickus, though, he is stalking Yuki right now.
Okay, can he reach Ocelot Yuki? Did they even try the 4v5 or did they give up inhib and try again another time? G2 have cleared the wave. They are in on the inhibitors dying.
They're all going to be pretty grouped, though.
Incredibly fast. They're still waiting. Ball comes out.
They're a little faster. They're going to see Kickus, though.
They find Kickus. Ulti comes across. They're pushing him down. The knockup is there. Can they kill him? Shockwave on 2. Here comes the fight. Here comes Twitch to the side. The burst damage comes out. They find 1. Yuki goes down. They've found 2 so far. And look at the engage. Look at the knockup. Diyud goes down as well. They find the 3-man kill in the 4v5.
Yeah, this team fight from Gamers2 is very poor. You have to go ahead and siege. You have to use spears. They caught them out with Kickus, who sacrificed his life for that. Actually, no, he didn't. He got out. Libic wasn't even there. It was the 5-on-4. And now Kuban, he's going to go straight up this mid lane. He had that huge power spike off of the Infinity Edge, and now they're ready to just take more.
Kuban loses some health, but he's going to have just enough. More can go. Nope, doesn't. Okay.
There's still heals available.
Uh-oh, Mockler, 1 hit from dead. Now, the shield is on. Inhibitor goes down. Q lands. He could get it. He could get it. He could get it. The summoner heal, the flash. Well played, Mockler. Kickus got to be careful. Take Fun at half HP. Can they keep going? There's the lantern. Oh, they got to be real careful on this one. Shockwave comes out. Good damage comes across. Ignite is on. Ocelot's going to get away. Maybe. He might have to Zonia's the Ignite. He's ticking down. He does stay alive. Just barely on this one. Morden doing okay.
Ocelot, such low HP right there, and he ends up getting out. They trade inhibitors for inhibitor, and now the bottom lane has a gigantic wave pushing against it. Rocket, it sweeps by.
All right, we're okay.
All the way off the map.
All right, well, Mockler is hiding. Not anymore, though. Gonna clear things out and kill off these minions. All right, we are happy once again.
Were we ever unhappy?
Oh no, this game is awesome. But in terms of him, like killing minions, you know, we saw minions die. That's always cathartic for me. I like it quite a bit.
Baron being started up here by Gamers2. Last time they tried this, didn't go too well. Mockler, he's on his way. All the wombo combo available except for the Shockwave.
Coming in the best he can. A lot of damage coming out. Baron now losing a bunch of HP. Kickus wants to go away. It's going to be splattered away by Morden, though. And here comes the fight. Kickus the front line.
Shockwave available now.
Backwards. Can they find it? There's the hook in on Yuki. He does not want this. 3-man Shockwave. And a 3-man knockup for Yasuo as well. Yuki goes down. Lublin Shore just finding the fights despite Baron. 3 for nothing here. Knockup on a Diyud as well. This could be the game-winning push. Kuban in on Diyud. Another knockup. A triple kill for his Yasuo. And they've gone in towards the mid lane.
Kuban playing to his strength as a carry top laner. Basically, before that fight started, the Baron went down. Takefun didn't even have his ultimate, uses it there. Kuban follows up, perfect fight, and now they're going to try to end the game.
Well, 50 seconds to do what they can with this one, and here comes the damage happen. By the way, Windball does not stop turret shots, but who cares? It is a 4 versus 1. Morden alone to defend the Nexus, and Lublin sure want to pull it back to a Game 3, and they will do so. 49 minutes. The top lane Yasuo is huge, and they pull it back to a Game 3.
Having a Game 3 for the 3rd, 4th place match here, and the auto burst